in Kansas.
My day in the blind today.
Oh yeah, get your game face on. Woo! Today'd be a good day. Nice bird. New breed, baby.
Do you have your game face on? Game Face TV. Game Face TV, brought to you by Be the Decoy, Muddy Outdoors, New Breed Archery, One Stringer, Outdoor Edge Knives, and Oaky Pine Camo, Hex Concealment Systems, Quickie Quiver, and Hunt More Chairs, Rattlebox, Blind Ambition, and Big Green Targets. Do you have your game face on?
Finally, we arrive at camp, and after looking at all these mounts, I can't wait to get in the blind.
Morning one. Out here in Encino Ranch. We're just getting ready to head out to the blinds. Waiting on our outfitter. He just pulled up right outside. Jeremy and I are looking for a call buck, and Ken and Tom are gonna try and get on a couple of management bucks.
Time to get a game plan together so we could see exactly where we wanted to set up on our first morning hunt.
Blinds down there on that ridge road looking back towards Bubba.
What he said.
After we made a game plan over some coffee, we couldn't wait to get in the blind.
We're just getting ready to head out right now. We're gonna go sit in the blind, see what comes in. Got my Tinks Vanish spray. We're getting it done.
Needless to say, we got lost on the way to the blind. I have no idea where we ended up.
I had a feeling this was going to happen, BJ. Once we get in that blind, man, are those deer in some trouble.
Well, we're sitting out here in the blind. We got lost this morning. So we got here kind of late. There was already deer around in the area, and we kind of spooked them. Hopefully they'll come back a little bit. But we're out here. We're out here on the Encino Ranch. We're looking for a call buck or two. Hopefully we can get some in. And they explained to us what a call buck is. It's either got crab claws on the front and really short brow tines, and they're trying to get that out of the breeding stock, so we're gonna try and help them out with that. The other side of the ranch, we have Ken and Tom looking for a management buck, and they're gonna get some bolder, bigger, more mature deer over there, so hopefully we'll get it done.
And when we finally got set up, we had a really nice buck come in right off the bat.
We just had a real nice buck come in. Unfortunately, it wasn't what we were looking for. I mean, any other time of day, I would have flung 4 arrows at it or something. Come out right here.
This young buck may look like a management buck, but he needs another year before you can truly know if he needs taken out.
No brow tines. Maybe he doesn't have crab claws either.
BJ isn't having a dull moment in this blind. He's covered up in deer.
Man, if this buck would have been a couple years older, he would have got the business end of my new breed genetics.
After the break, watch as Ken has an encounter with some very mature bucks.
When playing the waiting game with a mature buck, it's good to know if you're actually in the game or not in the game. 3 questions come to mind. Is my equipment safe? Solid? My personal favorite, comfortable? If you answer no to any of those 3 questions, chances are you only think you're in the game. Remember, success always begins with a choice. So get in the game and go muddy. It's serious gear for the serious hunter.
New breed, baby, new breed. Did you see how fast that sucker shot? Maybe bleed the new breed. Yeah, look right there. Yeah, new breed, baby. Right there, new breed.
Before the break, BJ had tons of action. On the other side of the ranch, not only are the deer moving, but so are the ducks.
After the morning we had, Jeremy and I, we were having some luck. We were seeing some deer. But Ken on the other side of the ranch, he was seeing ducks and bucks and oh my.
Ken has a...
After the morning we had, Jeremy and I, we were having some luck. We were seeing some deer. But Ken on the other side of the ranch, he was seeing ducks and bucks and oh my.
Ken has a management buck come into the setup, but he was hesitant on shooting the deer.
Shoot him. That's a good deer, Ken.
After glassing the buck, Ken decided that he was gonna let him walk.
So, you want to switch places with me, Ken?
I know I wouldn't have any problem shooting that deer.
I think someone just wants to keep hunting.
That is an awesome buck. And he's busted up too. Yeah, he's at least 4.5, probably 5.
When you hunt management deer, you often run into the situation where you'll see a buck that is just too big to shoot.
Something else coming into the right.
Ken is not only looking for a management buck, but one that has some character. That might mean he may go home without one.
We try to keep our doe ratio 1 to 1.5.
It's a big boy. Not quite what we're looking for yet.
Ken was having all kinds of action all morning long.
Sure didn't take any time for that deer to clear when those javelina come trotting in.
I don't know about everybody else, but I was ready to call it quits for the morning. I was starving. So we need to go back to the lodge and get some breakfast. Fat kid's gotta eat.
We had little time to spare, so Tom and Ken head to the range, make sure their guns are still on from the long flight.
Gonna come out to the range here and check our rifles before we go out this evening. Fire in the hole.
Woo, yeah.
That's exactly where I was aiming.
First time for everything. Usually they mess my stuff up. I think it's always a good idea to look over your trail cam pics so you can pick out the bucks that you know are cull bucks so you can thin them out of the herd.
The guys decided to have a little friendly competition before heading back out into the blind.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure he threw it before I even yelled pull.
Ready?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
All right.
I can hit one on the ground out there.
We heard that Marshall was a pretty good shooter.
Dang.
We decided to change blinds this evening to see what else we could get in. We saw a lot of deer this morning, didn't see any cull bucks or management deer. We did see one really good shooter buck, and fortunately we can't shoot him, so we thought we'd change locations and see if we could get a couple management deer in. You know, I'm really glad we went over those trail cam pictures, because there are bucks everywhere and I'm going crazy.
For as big and mature as this buck is, he is begging for a victory arrow. Are you sure we can only shoot cull bucks on this hunt, BJ?
Man, I'm positive, or that hoss daddy hat racker would be in trouble right now. There's a couple bucks coming in right over here.
After seeing buck after buck, BJ decides this is the buck he wants to shoot.
Just smoked me a cull buck. I hit him right in the shoulder. Must have hit the bone, because you can see the arrow hanging out the other side still. He ran off this way, kind of stopped about 50, 60 yards out here. We're gonna give him some time.
We got a little discouraged when we came back and started trying to track this deer and found no blood.
Man, as much as I hated to do it, we decided to back out until morning. Tonight's gonna be a sleepless one.
The boys went back to the lodge for dinner.
I hope you guys find your deer in the morning, Beej, but I'm gonna go sit in the blind.
Are provided by Outdoor Edge, the finest quality knives and tools for the big game hunter.
My day in the blind today. We
actually found the blind this morning first thing, so we should have a pretty good morning. We've seen a ton of deer. We're here on the Encino Ranch hunting cull bucks. We're trying to get some of these deer with bad genetics out of their pool, and their management program is working. They've got some huge whitetail out here, and as a hunter, it's we feel like we're really helping these guys out. We appreciate them having us out here, so we're gonna sit here and see what comes in. This is the same line we were in yesterday.
As soon as it got light enough to see, we had a group of good bucks right in front of us.
That's a shooter, Jeremy. Keep your composure on that one.
When you have a big buck in front of you for this long, it gives you time to start thinking about the antlers and getting nervous.
It sure is frustrating. You know, when the stars align, a buck presents a perfect shot. And you woof it.
We're out here looking for my deer I shot yesterday. It got dark on us. We couldn't really get onto the trail, so we're gonna see if we can't find it this morning.
We looked for hours for that buck and still couldn't find it.
It's a shame when a good buck like that gets away, BJ. I know you did everything you could to try to track him down, and anyone who's hunted long enough has been in your situation.
Next up, we're heading off to Kansas to do a little whitetail hunting. I'm gonna share with you a brand new hunting product though, called the Hookup. I invented a bino system years ago. Now I've incorporated a rangefinder with it. And that's this week's giveaway.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're out hunting a big buck, but we have no audio, no microphones, no nothing.
Boy, we sure do have a lot of deer out here.
There's a monster of a buck out there, and oh, he's down.
Lennis, can you hear me?
Filming yourself is tough, but possible. It's just easy to miss the little things, or in this case, the audio.
We just got Lennis's buck all caped out and processed, and he's put away in the ice chest now, and it's time to go get another one. We're here in the stand. We got about a dozen deer that have come up above us already in the last 20 minutes.
After taking a couple hours break, Jeff headed back to the field.
It's the last day of our Kansas deer hunt, and we came back over to our spot. We're a little late. There's bucks already in the field, so time to make a move on them right now. But the wind is good. It's in our favor. So as long as we don't expose ourselves, I think we're gonna do just fine. There's a good buck on the far side of the field, but I'm not thinking that's the one I want.
Jeff is seeing some buck, but there's a big 10-point he's after. After deciding that none of the bucks in the field were shooters, Jeff slid the rest of the way to the blind to sit out the evening.
It's sure not easy to slide your butt in that blind when you've got a nice buck out there, but he made it look easy.
Got a nice buck just showed up in the field. I'm gonna go ahead and take him.
If the wind shifts the wrong direction at any point, this hunt is over.
Yeah, that seemed pretty much to do it. He's not quite as big a buck as the one Lennis got, but by golly, he was available and it was late.
Well, it's the last light of the last night, and we got her done. Nice whitetail buck came out here into the field just a minute ago, and I decided he was the one I wanted. He's got great mass, some extra points, and I just couldn't be happier.
This week's show brought to you by Bojacks, Victory Archery, and Bill's Custom Turkey Calls, Elimetry, Nocturnal, and Norway Industries, Ripcord Arrow Rest, Doinker, and Crooked Horn Outfitters, Vital Gear, Tinks, and True Fire. Closed captioning brought to you by For more information on any of our sponsors or the gear we use, go to our website, GameFaceArchery.com.
We're gonna fan out here and hopefully one of us stumbles on it.
All cameras and filming equipment provided by Campbell Cameras.
Welcome to the next generation of wildlife TV.
Yeah.
For more information on any of our sponsors or the gear we use, go to our website, GameFaceArchery.com.
We're gonna fan out here and hopefully one of us stumbles on it.
All cameras and filming equipment provided by Campbell Cameras.
Welcome to the next generation of wildlife TV.
Yeah.